There it goes. So yeah, we're playing Final Fantasy tonight, mostly. Specifically, yes, this is Final Fantasy Renaissance. It is a remake built from the ground up, I think, unfortunately, in Unity, of the original Final Fantasy, with a few changes made. Of course, crank that up all the way. Weird, that's actually cut off for me in-game slightly. But yes, there is the original game with some bug fixes, or I guess bugs not implemented. And then there is Renaissance mode, which adds some stuff. One thing it adds is that all of the basic classes now have some extra abilities. Well, I'm going through this totally blind, by the way, aside from having a vague idea. But yeah, like, everybody has overworld abilities. Apparently the warrior can just, like, shout heal and get him out of the way. The thief can, like, find hidden treasure that is now just around for thieves to find. That's interesting. Red Mage gets some, like, unique spells, I'm told. Oh, White Mage is a White Mage. Also interesting. Then we start getting weird. We got blue mages in this version of Final Fantasy 1. Learning spells from monsters and such. We've got dancers. And I appreciate the sprite art being what it is there. Yeah, just do dances and stuff happens. We have Geomancer, which is one of those classes that's like never really clicked for me. We've got Lancers, because I guess there's not really enough characters there to fit Dragoon. They jump. We have Trainers, who can grab monsters. We've got someone knocking on my door. One moment. Apologies for the interruption there. Where was I? Explaining these classes, right? So Dragoon. We have Trainer, the one that can, like, tame animals and throw them in people's faces later. Evoker, which is fancy talk for Summoner. You know, just get your big cool bosses and bring them out. Which also means I had to implement all of these summons. That's a whole major overhaul. Time Mage. I guess they don't have haste because of how this game is structured, but they do have teleportation, float, and restarting fights, apparently. Interesting, but like, eh? We have Green Mage, separate from Geomancer, which I'm guessing does, like, status spells? Yeah. Bard, you know, hide and play a harp the one time and otherwise be a totally useless character unless you're playing... Oh, wait, no, that's pre-Enterprise. Here, yeah, buff spells, basically. Oh, and they do have the hiding thing, actually. Huh. Dark Knight. Got the whole, I'm guessing, hurt yourself to do big damage thing. And yeah, that's all of them. But, like, that is significantly more classes than usual. And I was going to say, if anybody out there wants to suggest any, feel free to build a team for me. I am not seeing anybody in the chat yet tonight. Just let me give people a moment. But yeah, if anybody in the chat has any input, please let me know. I will happily throw together whatever weird class combination. If not, I will just try to make something that seems reasonably balanced out of this pile without using any of the standard ones. So the traditional party that one uses is a warrior, a monk, white and black mage. Because in the original version of the game, Thief was a broken class. Thief is a functional class in the Pixel Remaster, and actually kind of good. So I used that last time I played. Red Mage, of course, is the one that you have for the cool hat. Also spending some unique spells, but still, I have played a lot of red mages in FF1, so I'm skipping those. I could do a blue mage. I might do a blue mage. I believe Lancer's whole deal is they can do the jump thing, and they, like, skip a turn, and they do the damage, which is the thing I'm not, like, super excited by. But yeah, if nobody's showing up to give any input, let's start with the Dark Knight. Let's see, what's a good Dark Knight name? Oh, I have an actual keyboard, okay. I was going for Death Kill, but okay, we got 6 characters, and you know what? I kind of like Death Key. Okay, sure. I want another frontliney type, I think. Perhaps. Maybe not. Let's Let's have some kind of dancer. And let's see. Trying to think of some good gags and whatnot. I feel like I can go through the outfit like this by just like type a name. Let's see. Ooh, dances a lot. Could go with Yuna. Let's see. Oh, I know. Okay. So I feel like I kind of have to try a summoner. We'll call cutscene. And, okay. One more weird one here. I could do Blue Mage, but, like, I feel like if I do a Blue Mage, I'm gonna be, like, compelled to look up guides constantly. Geomancer is an option. Trainer might be a thing. I'm kind of curious about Green Mage, just because, like, what was that even gonna be? Also, like, hey, skin tone, that's nice to see. And, of course, got ourselves a Druid. Okay. This is a good party. This looks like Final Fantasy 1. Okay, let's try it out. Let's see how this goes. Let's work out what the controls are, too. Okay. Z is map. That's interesting. That's a very good question. I am going to find out along with you. As soon as I figure out how to... Okay, there is the all-important change who's in front key. Okay, I can WASD around. There's also make some changes to towns and such. Oh. So who you have out front matters, turns out. Do we still have to wash our face is a question. Okay. Okay, we got some Ultima style controls here, where keys do things. I am curious, was there a README file in here that happened to mention what these controls are exactly? Because that would be a little handy. Okay, yes. Oh, spacebar to use world abilities. And M and P for the two kinds of menu. Okay. Good to know. So this is what I wanted. Okay. Let's see. Can use magic, does not start with any. Skills is new. Yeah, so there are overworld abilities for every class in this, apparently. But yeah, who's in front actually does matter, at least when talking to people. Okay, so Dark Knight. They have the skill Blood Weapon. Which, oh, just, like, passively gives them, some, like, lifesteal. Limit breaks are apparently a thing. Possibly after Bahamut, which I think would suggest all these weird classes promote as well. You can't do anything cool in the overworld. Okay, you get some black spells. No blinding. And okay, so we're being very literal about the Dark Knight part, apparently. How about dancers? Okay, they have spells, but not really. I just learned one from talking to another dancer in town. Wait, executing a dance? Okay. Oh, for a second I was gonna, like, hit with DDR stuff. Okay, so you dance, but only sometimes, apparently. Okay. Dimensional rifts are a thing to watch out for. Sure. And what is your whole deal, even? Okay. Interesting to have that as a, like, basic ability, but sure. Okay, so Green Meat just mean Druid, okay. So I have kind of a Black Mage and kind of a White Mage in here, that's good to know. And, ooh. Okay, this one sounds really cool, I'm glad I picked it. I think that might be, yeah. Look over there. Unless we get our first summon. Yeah, apparently what they gave warriors, I think, is like just if you're in the situation where there's an NPC just in your way, you just kind of like shove them aside. Anyway, just going to talk to people a little bit, get some equipment. See if there's anything new in here. No. Okay. I appreciate doing this sort of thing. Give you a sword. Let's give Bowie a knife. guess. Okay. Armor for my one person who cares. We'll hold off on the rest of that because I probably want to get at least like a spell or two. Okay, what do you got for me? Okay, so they just like have different class spell lists for each class then. That sounds good to have. And that's a spell that I wish was in actual FF1 in a functional way. Not gonna afford anything here, but okay, bio and sleep. Hitting Emperor is gonna, like, mess me up. Okay, equip your stuff. I kind of wish this modernized the menus a bit while they're, like, rebuilding the whole game. Just to confirm that I did get those. Yes, regen and shell. Okay. That cheapo armor as well for you and you and you. Okay. It'd be nice to have that spell on my Dark Knight, maybe no one for my Druid, but it's basically fine. So let me real quick get the in here. It's one of the more charming things about FF1 is the getting called back in as you're leaving thing. Okay, face is washed. That was also important. Let's see what the hell this is. I mean, why not? Okay. Save that for when I'm actually hurt, I think. Also, does that have percentage chances for activation? Interesting, okay. And might ruin this first round, because I anytime you see a new version of Final Fantasy, you gotta check, you know? Okay, good. Hey, game, did you just crash on me? So that's less good. Okay, there it goes. Yeah, it is a Moonside vibe. I will heal up next fight. But yes, this does redirect your targets to new ones if you kill something, which... a real quality of life feature that I think most versions of this game have at this point. What's this? So do I have a run button? Oh, does that carry over? It does not. I'm a little hurt. Let's try it. I like that, like, big flaily attack animation. That was cute. Can I buy weapons here in the Dark World? No? Okay. Do. Getting the slight impression that I'm maybe going to get kind of like imp-based summon. I love the game's such a like over-the-top attack animation to Dark Knight there, though. That's just good stuff. I was kind of digging the weird, spooky, lack of victory fanfare here. Yeah. Okay, that's too spooky. You just cut sound completely. Oh, there it is. Yeah, so this is... okay. Buggy early build, then. I do like this slowed down music, though. And having just used that last round, okay, now it's less likely to work. We'll come back up if I fight. Hang on. Do you have any relevant skills? No. I mean, this is basically a boss fight. Oh, dang. I was hoping this would be running a little bit more stably than it seems to be, but, you know. Get back up to 75. Just dwell on mistakes, I guess, and hope. Decent damage with a dance, at least. So for running in Unity, I'm a little disappointed about how often that's hitching. But hey, everybody gets level except for the main fighter. Hooray. Hey, we fell in a space hole behind your church here, and somebody died. Thank you. Got a brood about that. That thing. There. Okay, so now time to start our totally normal game of Final Fantasy. Three charges on that does randomized damage. Okay. Well, the proud tradition of like busting our summoner out in boss fights and otherwise just flailing with a stick, I guess. Since I have a more real number of spell charges. A lot of people are really down on FF1 for doing the like D&D spell slot thing. I kind of like it. It's an interesting way to, like, keep old spells relevant. Like, eventually, yeah, you're fighting a boss for real, you're not going to be casting Fire 1, but, like, here's a slot that can only be used for Fire 1. I mean, gotta do something with it. I'm also curious if it's going to be, like, as grindy or less grindy than the original game is. I feel like with the original game, I wouldn't have been able to get equipment for everyone and 2 spells right off the bat, so that's promising? And my, like, sense of perspective is kind of screwed up because I have recently played the Pixel Remaster version, which is very good. Would recommend. It's also weird not being able to, like, quick save. Come on, play this somebody so I can try out the weird druid skills here. So functionally, you like always want to, if you attack the first round, use a dance the second because it's going to be a 100% chance, and like I don't think it'll stack past that. Yeah. Yeah, I have 8 could have brought back spell slots. They got enough other mechanics. I feel like I should probably hit level 3 before I get knocked down. I just poke around here otherwise. Oh. Okay, my Dark Knight can't wear the cap because it's not a cool enough hat, apparently. It's good to keep one's healer alive, I suppose. So, like... This little half-wall tile in FF1 always bothers me. It's like a two-tile tile hallway that you can only use it as a one, and it's just like, Good old Grimp. Love me a Grimp. It's probably gonna be rough, actually. I should perhaps cast a spell or two. Save that for the boss still. Oh, that is a slow regen. Well, let's see if we live. It's already up, so. That was one shot. It's interesting having that regen spell as my only, like, non-potion-based in-combat healing, though. It's like, set it and forget it sort of thing. Oof. Bowie at least gonna be fine. Fine and possibly alone. Actually, wait. I will take that 25% risk, I think, at this point. Okay. I was about to do some out-of-combat healing, but I don't have any. Let's shake that leg back to town. Yeah, that's not gonna work. You're going to lose that war attrition there. I guess unless I cast a regen first, then it'll probably be fine. Can I limp home? Probably not. Definitely not. Unless... No. Okay. Lesson learned. You're still nominally like the big frontliner. So I forgot there's a castle separate from the town. So did I not see in that reading file a run button? That's always handy. Oh. Okay, I can hold down escape to run, but it also opens up a menu, so that's a choice. It's also me holding down escape, which is, you know, not the most comfortable thing to do. Oh, I forgot to list that as the other option of that one version of Final Fantasy. There's also Stranger in Paradise, the one where, like, you play as Garland, apparently. And there's, like, a Frank Sinatra song and, like, an action-y FF5e combat system, which, when I say it out loud, like, okay, you know what? You give me a good job system, I'll play anything. I guess that was on, like, the PlayStation 4? Yeah, I hear good things. Even though, like, I feel like this isn't a game with enough complexity to, really justify the complex villain motivation thing. If I recall, there's also, for a Stranger in Paradise DLC thing, which throws in the Emperor from FF2. And I'm going to go on record here. The shocking revelation that Final Fantasy II is actually a really good game. People should play. Just don't look up that one thing on Game FAQs that everybody did that said, oh, you gotta, like, stand outside the starting town and punch yourself in the face for half an hour. Like, no. You don't. Just don't do that. Just play like normal. It's fine. It's actually a bad idea to do that, because if you are over-leveled for where you are, stats that you are not actively using decay. So yes, you get a lot of HP if you punch yourself in the face, and a lot of punching skill, but, like, you become an idiot who can't, like, use a weapon or cast a spell. Just all I know is fist in face. So yeah, we are going to have kind of a grindy start a bit, I think, here. It is what it is. It's FF1. But, you know, grinding monotony is a good time to talk about stuff. Like, how about those Pixel remasters? At some point, I really do need to work out, because what I have them for, how to stream video off my Switch. Alternatively, how to pirate a game that I have on the Switch's Steam version. I don't exactly want to show off too, but yeah, the Pixel Remaster thing is like really good versions of the first 6 Final Fantasy games. Much like this, instead of being like, okay, let's take one of our outstanding, 10 ports of Final Fantasy to various like handheld systems, dust it up a little bit more, and slap it on whatever's around today. It's like, okay, let's just recode this from the ground up, without having to rely on the assistance of, like, literally one programmer who was a bit overworked, as I understand. We'll eliminate all those bugs that are in there because we, like, never implemented, like, half the spells properly and, all that. Get the original pixel artist back to do new sprite work, so everything kind of looks like uniformly FF6-y. Well, not entirely, because like there's still the promoted sprites in FF1 that look kind of weird. But yeah, like new art look that's just very consistent across the board, which is very nice next to like those phone ports where they'd like mix 5 resolutions and have sprites and like pre-rendered backgrounds, and then just like, here's the polygonal model of this castle we're gonna like drop onto the map. Just terrible eyesores, and let's up-res these textures but not pay attention to where they tile. So you get this like meteor with like a horrible grid over it. Instead, no, we're just like from first-person principles, like remaking the first 6 Final Fantasy games like as nicely as we can in a more or less like 2D would mostly have run on the Super Nintendo sort of way. And I say mostly because no, it's not magic, it's skills, right? There are a few little liberties they take here and there. Like, when your ship gets sucked down a whirlpool, we're gonna, like, bust out the particle effects and have this really elaborate swirly whirlpool for that. And they do this thing where the water is very shiny, which I don't like, but, like, for the most part, very, very good ports. It's interesting, especially with the original game, to see like a version of Final Fantasy 1 where everything actually works properly. Besides this one, which, well, this is a little buggy. I'm also thinking about the strategic usage of this regen spell here, where like I can't use it to heal out of combat. I should really buy 5,000 potions. But like if I want to use that just out grinding, I need to get into a fight with like 8 things and cast it right off the bat so that like it has enough rounds to do its thing properly. Like here wouldn't be bad. Yeah, let me just... Well, it's percentage based, so that's like stays relevant later on. That's good to know. So I was saying this before people started showing up, but yeah, my most recent run through of FF1 was Pixel Remaster. I just went like the traditional D&D party of just like, you know, fighter, thief, white mage, black mage, which I've never actually done in that one previously. Yeah, it went pretty well. I still kind of am like Red Mage for life over the others, just because like it's nice to have an actual melee attack. But like when, you know, magic defense works properly, and also you have like high-level spells that do literally anything, you know, it's a very different experience. Plus, Pixel Remaster Thief is like a good class. You don't do a lot of damage per attack, but there's this weird system in FF1 where I think it's your speed stat. When it gets high enough, you start getting like multiple attacks, which is like multiplies the damage basically. And Thieves get a lot of speed, so like you stay consistent most of the way through the game with a fighter as far as your damage output, just by, you know, like you're hitting with the fighter, you know, 4 attacks for 100 damage, and Thief is hitting like 10 attacks for 40 damage, and it kind of works out. And then eventually get Ninja, which is, you know, also good. I guess Ninja wasn't like bad to begin with. It's like, you know, you got a unique weapon that's like the second best in the game, and like good armor, and then also I have like 3 black spells. Yeah, I'm curious with this, and I kind of doubt I'm going to play it long enough tonight to find out, maybe, whether this still has the whole talked about how I can get upgraded classes for all of these new classes. Yeah. Yeah, the bug in the original Final Fantasy where magic defense just, like, it's a stat, it's in the game, it just doesn't get checked. Like, a lot of things don't get checked. But it really should have come out in testing, because towards the end of the game, it's like, oh, here's a group of 9 cats, they all know Fire 2, they have absurd initiative. Just hope that enough of them don't cast this to kill your entire party before you can do one single action. But in Pixel Remaster, like, no, if you have, like, you know, equipment that gives you magic defense, you're fine. Okay, how are we on money here? 300, okay. Still not level 3, though. I will continue to shake that leg. It looks less shaking and more like it's throbbing, I guess, from the side there. But here's a good chance to do some of this. Man, I am kind of excited to see this later on, because, like, yeah, I wasn't sure about the whole green mage thing, but, like, just these starting 2 spells, like, okay, yeah, get my defense buffed, get passive regen going for the whole fight. Whereas the whole fight was like 4 rounds. Like, that's not really a meaningful difference, but it's, it was one of those. Curious what other dances there are to learn, too. Probably also get in the habit of having the summoner out front just to find other summons. I'm guessing not going to be any just like on the overworld, but you don't know. Or I don't know. Also, I've always liked this wall around the starting town. Just this very, like, perspective-y walled city. It's got some real class to it. And it's just the one town, like, nothing else in the game is like that. But yeah, so FF1 via Pixel Remaster, like, good stuff. Like, a very functional version of the game. And I kind of like how they rebalance things, too, because I don't want to say they made it easier. They did make it easier, but like I don't want to say it. Because the main thing they do, besides, you know, this thing where you can just like mash attack and not miss because you killed the thing on the first one, the main thing it does is it reduces the prices of equipment and spells by a fair bit. Which is really nice early on. You can just like go to the shop and get equipment for all your characters and not have to do this for like basically half your playtime to get all your spells. But then it kind of balances out towards the end of the game because you know, you start getting to a point where it's like every dungeon has 5 treasure chests with, like, you know, thunder swords and whatnot. And normally be able to, like, go take those back to town and sell them for a truckload of money and get, like, protect rings or whatever the late game fancy thing was. Here, you can't, because they don't sell for that much. So you save money early on, and then you're kind of, like, short later on. And it's, like, kind of a better balance, honestly. Versus just grinding forever and then having more cash you know what to do with towards the end. And then, yeah, there is FF2 in there, which is not quite the first time that was ever released here. I think there was a combo of Final Fantasy 1 and 2 on the PlayStation, which messed with the mechanics in, I think, both of them. So you have the standard, like, MP thing going on. Well, at least they gave FF1 standard MP. FF2 already kind of has standard MP, now that I stop to think about it. Yeah, because in FF2, your spells themselves level up and then just, like, naturally cost more. But that technically exists. And then there was a cell phone port of it at some point. I'm slightly worried about this mad pony here. Fortunately, it was a fool and, like, hit the one character you can kind of really reliably self-heal. But yeah, so there technically have been ways to play a kind of bad port of it. Honestly, all of the, like, PlayStation 1 Final Fantasy ports are basically unplayable just because, like, we're taking these old 8-bit games and, in some cases, 16-bit games that are already a little on the grindy side and then giving them these, like, 20-second battle transitions between having our big splashy effects and then just, like, really taking forever to load for some reason. But the Pixar Remaster version is like, okay, here is a playable version of FF2. It runs nice and smooth. It probably actually has the biggest graphical overhaul of all of them because original FF2 kind of looks like FF1 most of the time. It has basically the same starting town. It's probably the time to throw in a regen. It has one of the characters is just like the fighter sprite. This is the one where there's, like, you know, an actual party of named characters. And so on and so forth. But they kind of gave it its own flavor as far as, like, NPC fashion trends and, like, changing the texture on walls so there's, like, some architectural variants. So it has a unique look. It has a very unique soundtrack. Like, FF2's music is good and, like, doesn't get enough play because nobody likes FF2, or thinks they don't. The weird Kawazu starting his thing mechanics actually work out fine. Like, I played the Pixel Remaster. I also played a bit of, like, the original version, just before that came out, actually, because I was, like, curious enough to finally be hunting it down. And, like, it's fine. It's, like, I get hit a lot, I almost die, my HP comes back, like, much higher maximum. I use a sword a lot, I get a good sword skill and high strength, and I'm, like, the good sword character. I don't have a weapon, I am just, like, casting spells in my underwear, and a shield. I get really dodgy. I get to be a good spellcaster, and then when I run an MP, I just start punching people in the face, and actually got good at that too, and oh, holy cow, Maria is my best character by far. If you cast a bunch of offensive magic, you wind up with, like, a truckload of MP, because, yeah, as soon as it gets low, you start getting more. So it's honestly a very, like, good, natural, like, flow to it. Where whatever you decide to do with the character, like, it works out in the long run. There is the slight problem in FF2 that, like, I think literally the first boss in the game is, like, a big turtle guy who is resistant to, like, slashing and piercing weapons. And that's kind of almost all the weapons. And, like, you know, just not super vulnerable to blunt damage, because, yeah, they did the whole D&D damage type thing. And then, like, really weak to ice spells. So, am I level 3 yet? No. Ugh. Grindy. Yeah, so I should probably, like, go heal since people are getting close to death. Yeah, so it's kind of important early on to just, like, give ice to everyone in your party and to, like, practice it a little bit before you head off to this one cave, just so that you can, like, do some damage to this one first boss. But past that, you just kind of do whatever you want, and it works out. And the plot of FF2 is actually, like, legitimately actually good. It doesn't do the thing that, like, every RPG does, where there's this evil empire as this kind of, like, abstract force. Like, you know, they got their imperial capital up in the mountains that you're eventually going to go to. Let me check the spells before I go heal. And, you know, maybe they have, like, their general running around, just kind of getting to things as you're getting to them, and, I don't want to choose someone who can't cast spells, okay. Hold that thought. Okay, I have regen, I've got show. Take less damage or dodge more. That's self only. That feels like it's going to be slightly more useful for boss fights. You know, I'm not going to cast it much, but, like, you can only learn 2 spells, and you have, you know, 3 slots for them. Why not kill them? So what was I saying? Oh, yeah, FF2's plot. So, like, yeah, there's an evil empire, and they are not, like, a passive force in the world. It's like early on, you're having to, like, sneak through towns that are under Imperial control, and, like, giving a little password to people so that they know that you're cool. Like, you give it to the wrong person, you get, like, attacked by, like, endgame Imperial generals, basically. I'm just gonna try this. I'm sick of walking in circles. And then once you start like doing stuff, which is stuff like, oh, you gotta like take over this mine so we can get like decent materials and I have like the starter gear from the first town. Then they start like retaliating and like taking their airships out and like bombing any city that's been friendly to you off the map. So there's just like people in these little piles of rubble for half the game, and then like towards the end they get real serious and there isn't even the rubble. It's just like towns are no longer on the map because they've just been like wiped off by like a giant tornado. And that, it's just a neat level of escalation. Early on, you can like get rides around from various towns by just like Sid having this like airship taxi, and then at some point like the Empire gets ticked off at you and they send out their like big death airship with a giant crane on it to just like snatch it out of the sky. You have to like go find where it's docked and bust in and give the same password from the start of the game to the guard out front so that they know that you're like in the rebels and attack you. That's just like... Okay, well, now I'm doing level 3, of course, like right after I saved it. Fortunately, I don't really need a bunch of spell slots. This should probably work out, actually, just fine. Just do it and then loot after. I love that line, always will. Okay. Let's start bringing some poison on him. Okay, it's 4 turns, but yeah, we're a little hurt coming in anyway, so it's fine. Let's see our goblin summon. That's very flashy. Sorry if anybody has sensitivity to that. But yeah, so like the Evil Empire is like really like to be reckoned with in that game. As far as like an actual legitimate feeling threat. Yeah, let's keep Squishy alive. Keep summoning that goblin. Okay, the GBA versions might be okay. I've never actually played them, but I do know that they like redo the mechanics. And like, I feel like the spell slots are a big part of this game's identity. That is a big info dump. What's interesting about FF2 is it has this whole like keyword system, which is less of a pain in Pixar Remaster because it will highlight ones that like a given NPC actually will respond to in any way instead of just having to go down the whole list and getting shrugged at. But if you ever played, I guess I'll save it. Why not? If you ever played the SNES Shadowrun, it has basically the same system where like sometimes someone will say a thing, and then it goes into your like keyword vocabulary, and you can start asking people about it specifically, which is neat. I wish more games did that. Oops. Never come out of the one you expect to come out of. But it's also got an interesting world map where there's like this one continent that goes from the northwest corner to the southeast corner. So you can circumnavigate the world on foot. It's just weird. But then also, like, all the oceans are connected. And it's a bizarre way to design your world. I kind of like it. It's also one where the dungeons have the infamous monster closets where, like, you walk into a hallway and here's 4 doors, and one of them is the way forward, and the other 3, you're just gonna get, like, jumped by a big pack of monsters if you open them. And then just be in an empty room. Which... I can see people don't like that. It's not a huge deal to me. I mean... Silent Hill 3 did that, and it was fine there. Good way to charge up your little magical grill beam for the one ending. Yeah. FF2 is good, and then the final fight in it, like, you know, spoilers for FF2, I guess. Maybe stop listening for a second. Is you have the evil emperor, and he's just some guy. And he's sitting there in his throne room, and it's like, as you're approaching him, he keeps, like, summoning guards in, so you have to, like, fight through packs of, like, big burly guards. Then you get to the actual emperor himself, and he is, like, a complete chump and goes down, like, one hit. Excuse me. But then, you go home, start partying, he's like, oh, turns out the emperor took over hell, and is, like, king of hell now, and you're sending demons after you, and it's just like... That's an odd development. This freaking guy. I don't have the anti-undead spell. Oh, well. Well, please, like, poison me. Like, I want to see that, like, status removal that does damage thing. But yeah, like, FF2, like, solid game. And, like, the GBA port might be fine. I don't know, but, like... Our original recipe, or the Pixel Remaster, which is close enough to original master recipe, is kind of how I'd recommend playing it. And I still need to move on to 3. I just, like... I'm pacing myself as a 6-game collection. And then I'm really curious how it's going to handle the SNES games, because they already look good in 16-bit. I know I've seen stuff that with FF6 in particular, they, like, kind of splurged and did some of that, what do they call it? 2D, 3D, or whatever, that they were showing off with some of their, like, recent, Switch stuff, like the Live Alive, or Live Alive? However you pronounce that remake, and Octopath Traveler. At least, not all the time, but like busting that for like the opera scene and stuff, and I think actually voicing that. So looking forward to getting to those eventually. Because it does remind me that, like, forever ago on this stream, I started doing one of the 4-job fiestas and kind of ran out of steam, like, in the final dungeon. And I feel bad about that. I need to, like, finish that out. And I want to do that, like, a while before doing the Pixel Remaster of 5, just so there's, like, some space in there. Yeah, looking forward to 3. I did play the DS port of 3, which at the time was cool. It was like, oh, you can finally play FF3, but like, it was kind of bad. There was this whole thing where they didn't really have a lot of polygons to work with. So what they did was, instead of like getting into one fight against like 9 monsters, you get into a fight with like 2 monsters. We can give him 4 times the HP. Oh-ho! Got a swirly thing in here. I forgot to buy potions. Hopefully it works out. Hopefully a special set for cutscene who's like the one I'm doing this for. Let's return to the Dark World here. Sorry, the Astral Plane. I do like the spooky vibes of this. This is cool. Would you please not kill the one person we could get a spell for? Don't want to look all the way back. I didn't, like, find any potions lying around, did I? Because that'd be nice. Interesting. So I'm glad I checked. Oh, that's just closed. Okay. Ah. Oh yeah, so the DS port of FF3 is bad. Like, the combat pacing is totally screwed up. It just makes it feel like such a slog to do anything. And then, because they wanted to go, like, well, so much for that HP I got back. They wanted to go full 3D with it. Seriously, please don't kill my summoner. What even happens if I lose my summoner? Am I, like, stuck in here? Just get to this. Please be the boss. We're gonna do this again, huh? It's not a bad way to work, but... Okay, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to hit regen. You are not going to defend, because that's just not a thing. My plan is ruined. I like that gives a little upfront HP. Please give me some at the end of the fight, too. There we... Okay, that's... On your feet again, at least. Okay. But, yeah, so, as I was saying... It also does this, like, really claustrophobic thing where, like, it's fully 3D. So we have the camera, like, right there, pushed in, because we can only display a couple models, because, like... The 3DS has, you know, or the DS, rather, had the capability to do polygons, but like, not well. 3DS is fine, obviously. So yeah, that was just, like, a really compromised port. And I like that it, like, gave the characters names, but, like, that's the only thing I like. Please let me limp to this boss fight. Now you're gonna be in front of the door? Yeah, okay. I knew it. It's one enemy here. Okay. Let's see if we can pull this off. Ooh. Let's Let's try putting everything to sleep. I guess take out the wolves first. It's like mostly physical attacks. Let's see if this is worth casting. And I guess just, you know, pile damage in the boss with that. Aha! Gimmicky, I see. Oh, so let's fight Regen with poison. And also Regen. And also that goblin. Okay, that was worth casting. So I need to wake the one wolf up by hitting it and regret that now, but... yeah, it was underwhelming. Alright, it's a skill. I'll take the risk. Oh, an MP. Okay. Let's just pile it on and hope. Other ports of these things. I'm told that the DS version of FF4 is actually kind of interesting because it has some kind of like weird hard mode rethink how the whole thing works. Really have to understand the mechanics thing in it. I don't know for sure. I don't know if that's just like a post-game thing or what. Okay, actual boss down. Good. Make sure to regen nicely a little bit while finishing these wolves off. I do like this alternate between fight and use the skill thing, and like you can use the skill more if you're willing to risk it failing. It's a neat little class design. Yeah, all of the like Nintendo handheld Final Fantasy ports too did the whole like bonus dungeon thing of just like let's put in this totally unnecessary shoehorned in this is when you have it up. Oh no. Okay. Shoehorned in little like challenge dungeon and then give you, I don't know, new equipment or classes or something from it. Hooray. Second summon gotten. But like, I don't know, it never feels worth it to go through some like challenge dungeon. It's always just like a miserable slog. And so like the FF5 one, it's like, here's 4 new classes if you are already at the end of the game and can just go in. Oh, did they put Gilgamesh in like the portable FF1? That's nice. I'm always happy to see Gilgamesh. Is that also level 1? Okay, so I've got 2 sources of regen. That's interesting. I think I'm just sticking with Goblin, but, you know, it's good to have the option. But, yeah, so, like, it doesn't work for me as a, like, incentive to... Here, you've already basically finished the game, but have this extra thing for going out of your way to grind forever, too. That said, though, I know that the, like, what was it, DS port of FF5 has, like, the Cannoneer and Necromancer and 2 other classes in it, and, like, they did at least pay a quick nod to that in FF14 in this one area, where there's, like, this weird gimmick of, like, heroes from alternate dimensions being thrown at you, and here's just, like, every class that at the time wasn't in the game yet. And then, I don't know if there's ever been, like, a noteworthy port of FF6. It's just kind of like... You got the, you know, original SNES version, which is one of the greatest games of all time. And then you got some, like, really compromised ports that look awful and sound terrible. And then you got the Pixel Remaster, which, like, I think started life as just a remake of 6, and they decided, like... There wasn't enough draw. We gotta, like, make a whole project out of this and do the other ones too. My understanding is that one gets, like, the most love in that. There's also some, like, rumor of them at least considering doing, like, the FF7 remake treatment to 6, which I have a hard time picturing what that'd be like, honestly. Now, very important here. Did I even talk to you? Okay. Please. Please, no. No. Thank you. Okay. Okay, need to save some for the inn. That should definitely cover it. Okay. I should not need pure potions. So why do I have, like, a bunch of Discord messages stacking up? Properly saves that great accomplishment of getting through the first dungeon. Yeah, like the FF7 remake style of a remake of 6, like, I don't know if that would work. Because, like, someone was pointing out somewhere the other day, like, FF6 doesn't really, like, give you a clear view of the world. You just get, like, a couple of high points, you know? Like, there is a mining town up in these mountains. There is a theoretically big empire called Figaro, but all we see is, like, the capital castle and then, like, one outlying town. It's very, like... It's very character-focused, and just kind of, you know... We are here for this one scene. Presumably there's more to the world that we're just not going to put stuff in. Oh, it's just a cool scene. I feel like everybody has their own orb. You gotta have an orb. This is a, more or less single-person project here, and I mean... It is very easy to forget this is not a ROM hack, and this is just, like, coded from scratch. But yeah, so, like, if you did the whole 3D, probably no overworld remake, like, what would it be like going from, like, Narsh to Figaro? Like... And yeah, I don't think they're gonna do the 3 games over, like, 15-year thing again. I'm not entirely sure they're gonna finish the 7th one, honestly. I did hear Part 2 didn't, like, sell as well as they were hoping for. I still need to play that, too. Which game is this again? It's been a while. I have a physical map of this game. It is, like, right there in a pile across from me, but, like, I don't want to get up. But yeah, I am curious about, like, the Fantasy 7 remake. Everyone says it's really good. Like, literally across the board, I've not seen a negative review of it. There's a lot they could have messed up with that. It's also a little weird, like, how many games we have in the Final Fantasy series these days, next to, like, how much they've kind of slowed down making them. Yeah, it might be worth it. Gotta get some, like, armor for cutscene. This keeps happening. I don't think this actually does the party order as a substitute for row thing that I want to say the original did. Yeah, I'll go region that at least. Also, oh right, I actually bought potions. Still, let me just, like, get through this fight. Why can I not hit anything suddenly? Did I miss, like, a blind status getting put on everybody or something? Oh, apparently so. Maybe I shouldn't have that message speed cranked up when, like, the bottom of my window is cut off. And I have to, like, look over OBS to catch what happened. Yeah, leveling up. But yeah, like, this was kind of like a yearly series for a bit. Like, I think almost literally in the 90s that was the case. Okay, this is Matoya's, I thought so. I was playing the FF14 remix of this earlier. I don't have B-Select, I'm on a keyboard. I did also, like, find the key accidentally that does it. Ooh. Such a nice, happy place with all these skulls. I just leveled up. I just saved it recently enough. Let's see the evil version of Matoya's Cave. At least it's a small area. Dead treasure chests. Ooh. Ooh. Evil brooms. I was not expecting that. So it was just like that first astral plane area that was like given the weird slowdown thing, apparently. It's been fine since. This one could be rough too, because like I think, go shopping in the second town before coming in here. Ah. Well, this worked out really well last time. Let us, I'm guessing this might be a good call this time, though. Just kind of crazy. I think the boss in Matoya's Cave might have magic-based attacks. Oh. I'll put one of them to sleep. Ah. Well, damn. Well, that's a good version of Confused, too. Oof. Okay, okay. You got this. Oh. Resistances. I think the regen's probably the safer way to go. Please snap out of it before you kill yourselves, everybody. Oh no. Let's try it. You'll probably... Oh, dang. Okay, you've snapped out of that at least. Could you hit the enemy? With your big freaking sword here. So I feel like I could have handled this fight, but like the RNG was just really not on my side. Big melee character kills half the party. Big caster is still confused. Okay, finally. Just let me get that goblin out again. There's a slim chance I'll live through this. Okay, there's a... We got a lot less slim, suddenly. I'm sure somebody secretly killed Deathkey's parents. It's one of those things. Gotta be all edgy. You know what? Why not? Got a lot of limping to do after this. It's a pretty solid heal up front. You gotta, like... You gotta look in that corner sometime. Okay, so... Having barely survived that... Okay. It's a good confusion spell. Like... Holy cow. So the Final Fantasy games, like... They were coming out like clockwork for the 90s. Got a lot of limping to do. Got a lot of running to do. Oh, wasted spell, but we live. Just got a limp. Okay, you can probably handle this. It's just imps. Yeah, like FF10, I feel like also came out pretty timely in 10.2. It's weird to think that 11 was on the PlayStation 2, but it was. I feel like 12 had, 12 didn't have any 12 development. Like, that whole generation was fine. Got 3 into 1 console generation. But then, like, 13 was in development hell for forever. And was part of that whole thing where they had this like weird plan to make like 5 games, and I guess they'd eventually make 3 games, but like there was a lot of ambition left on the table on that one. And then 14, like 14 sucked so bad they had to make the whole game again, which like cost them what, like 5 years. And then, honestly, when they made the whole game again, it still kind of sucked until, like, they did some major overhauls. It has some things going for it now. I was a little tempted to bust that out at some point and just stream it. I might when the next expansion comes out, if I can afford to pick that up. Show you all the wonders of just really bad paced storytelling and really good boss fights. Yeah. Wait, you need a hearted antimodem for it, right? It's so weird that that system had a modem, like... Which you'd think I wouldn't forget as much as I do, because, like, I have... Resident Evil Outbreak, the ostensibly online multiplayer Resident Evil thing. I've just never played it online or felt the need to, because it works really well as a single-player game. This is an interesting sprite. Oh, did it? Like, the NCT4 thing, that was RAM. Which I think the PlayStation 2 is fine on. But, yeah, it's the same like 13 was like development hell for forever, and then so were its many planned sequels, some which got canceled. 14, like, they had a time of it, and now it's kind of like a nice steady cash cow for them at least. Then 15, like, again, was like... I want to say 15 was like... started life as one of those planned spin-offs of 13. And, like, really, you know, took some time in the oven. It was, like, the only one they got out that hardware generation, basically. 16, I don't think took forever to develop, but, like... it's definitely slowing down. Why is this iguana so hardcore? There we go. It was always like that? I feel like it's a rare thing to fight. That was not B select by that was Z. Okay, been there, been there, been there. Yes, I'm the right way. Okay. So is it like a magic vulnerability thing these have going on? Actually, I'm going to hit an in. I also need to like reorder people because it's messing me up. Something I really don't like is the shuffling to the back when you die thing. Like, just skip past him or something. I guess you just have like 5,000 HP. I can waste a second spell, that's probably overkill. Yeah, I don't even like. I know people who know the lore of the like 5 billion FF13 things. They're not here to ask. It's like one of them was a movie, which I think did come out and like has important bits of the plot, and like there was a whole major character who was cut besides that, and like it was a whole thing for him. But now they're back on track. They got their weird sexual assaulty game, and they got their NFT plans. They're gonna be okay. I'm of course kidding, but like, it's still hilarious to me that like Square Enix got on the NFT train like as it was going off a cliff, and then sold like most of what they got when they bought Eidos to like fund their big crypto journey. It's like, yeah, yes, this JPEG of a monkey, that's the secret sauce. We don't need this like Tomb Raider franchise or whatever. We're one of the ones they kept. I will help you with your cool punk problem eventually. Oh, I'm sorry, we're the locals. I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Okay. Probably you, because nobody else can learn these. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh. Ooh, okay. Okay, of these two, that's single target, and I think there's an item to fix it. And that one could be an issue. Okay, so let's just go down. Oh, I am broke, right? Okay, never mind. I'm going to want those eventually, though. I think only you can learn. Ooh, good. I can hit you with the darkness, and I can hit you with the pain. Huh. Huh. Yeah, it's very on theme. I'm probably gonna get these just because, like, they're not that expensive at the end of the day, but, like, I don't see either being super useful. This, though, yeah, okay, gonna get a big honking sword. I can afford it. Thinking I might have to do that whole Peninsula of Power thing, though. If that's in here. Okay, what we got here? Armor's armor. It's 1 point, though. So it doesn't feel like the top of my shopping priorities. P for fixing that. Okay. I just saved it. Let's see if we can handle a pirate. Or if it's back outside to wander around with us. This one seems like a good investment. Oh, you know what? You know what? You two fight. You get the regen going. Yeah, let's try a new toy. pretty good spell. Yeah, that is not attack a random target confusion. That is attack a friend confusion. Oh. Hello, fellow dancer. I like the way that class is implemented. It's very interesting. Also, did any of them there, like, wormholes show up when I took out those pirates? That'd be nice. Must be great if I, like, suddenly got a truckload of cash, which I did not really. What does this do? Oh. Okay. Interesting way to implement that, but sure. See, that's why I was like confused by there being time mages. I know it was still like strict round structuring, so haste wouldn't really work for double turns, but like... Okay, yeah, given the, like, 100% chance, good, messing with is nice. Also, like, not to be sexist or anything, but are you also a dancer by any chance? Okay, sounds boring. Hello. Yeah, just playing some perfectly normal FF1 tonight. My perfectly normal party here. Probably just smash through this one, honestly. I can definitely see doing a second run of this and trying the other new classes. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy Renaissance, which is a fan project, not even ROM hack, just like straight up rebuild of Final Fantasy 1 in Unity, which, among other things, has like 12 classes. So right now I am doing this as a Dark Knight, Dancer, Green Mage, and Summoner. And even the, like, basic classes that were already in it got, like, some reworking. So far, they're pretty neat. Like, it is still FF1, it is still very grindy, but... it, spices things up in interesting ways. And I'm impressed in particular by, like, the work on the Summoner of, like, okay, just for the sake of this one class, here are these, like, whole extra maps and, like, big piles of NPC dialogue. So I was really, like, excited when I saw that, like, blood weapon skill, but, like, the setup time Like, this also has setup time, but at least it's passive. And I am unfortunately at a point where you just kind of have to like grind for a bit and get like some new gear. This is kind of like the worst part of FF1, where it's like you kind of have access to the second and third towns at the same time, and have to do just a bunch of shopping. I have points of interest around here. There's like nothing. Is I think the whole river thing down there, and then yeah, I have to actually go way across the big central lake to get to Elf Town. Couldn't think that most of the first Final Fantasy games have interesting world map design. I guess the whole like inner sea thing is like something that a lot of games did afterwards, but I don't remember anything else like having that particular. You got, you know, this central region, and then we're gonna just like open that up to the whole map thing, quite like this did at the time. This is gonna be over too fast about the regen thing. I'm still impressed with how much that's like changed my approach to this, though. Because normally it's like you have your red or white mage who just has like, you know, their 9 casts of Cure 1 after a while, and it's just okay. Let me burn through these before I start using the potions. Whereas here it's like, okay, is this a fight that's long enough to get the, like, healing out of this? Well, here's just the 2. There's the MP from this or anything like that, so why not? Now you're self-healing. So are you, for that matter. I need to remember she has that slowdown thing for, like, any time that 100% comes up and she doesn't need the healing. I am sure, too, that, like, by much later in the game, Death Key there is going to be, like, carrying the party, because FF1 really favors the physical characters, just by nature. But for now, oof. Okay, let's do some of this. This summon here is really good, though. let's try this. Seems like a nice, safe environment to experiment with it. Oh. Is that not 100%? Weird. I should have done the regen in retrospect, but could not remember how tough these are. Which, again, I could have checked, because, like, this is something that people who come to older RPGs through emulators or, like, used games don't get, or ports for that matter, is, like, back in the day, every RPG came with some... Oh, that can go over 100%. Interesting. Came with some documentation. Like, you would get like 2 or 3 big fold-out sheets with like, okay, here is every piece of equipment, here is every spell, here is a map of every dungeon, here is like a stat block for every enemy in the game, just like packed into the box. And it was kind of expected that you'd have that for a while. Oh, that was better money than I thought it was. Okay, let's start doing some shopping. First things first. Get some real armor for you. And 2 spells, I think. Also, oh! I didn't even see this. So that's just kind of... Yeah, there's the plot of FF1 in a nutshell. Yeah, just, you know, as you have. Okay, these do actually explain what they are. Okay, yeah, spoiler to myself. Okay, we do have the class promotion thing going on, so that's neat. What are these? Oh. Oh, here's what they'll promote to. That's also interesting to see. Okay, so they do call it Summer later. Okay. And Dragoon, for that matter. We just had to do the 2-name thing. Okay, that makes sense. And like, oh, is this gonna be actually? Oh no, this is gonna freeze. Okay, yeah, this is actually what it looked like. The nice little sheet that came with FF1. Just for every monster, it has this little stat block. So you can just like keep that, you know, out next to you and look it up on the fly. And then here's like the full map of the world. Here's every dungeon. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was equipping that armor. And I guess I can just sell that one because nobody else is gonna wear it. Okay, so that should be exactly enough money to hit the inn after. Yeah, I like that bestiary implementation. Especially because, like, yeah, that's what you used to get. Because it was all filled in already. So yeah, the black spells sucked, but the white spells had some stuff that I wanted for Druid here. I want that anti-poison one too, eventually. And then I think I'm good, actually, for this town. I should buy the gloves, because, like, on the one hand, garbage hand armor, but on the other hand, it's like, that and protect rings are all most of these classes are ever going to be able to wear. Return to the sea and smack some people around for a bit. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to replay this a couple times and try out some of the other new classes, because, like, these ones are all pretty neat. I'm not really sold on the Dark Knight just because, like, okay, it's on theme, but, like, I know, it feels a bit slow, but, like, Dancer here is neat. This is a really interesting alternative to a White Mage. I really like everything about the Summoner. My first exposure was somebody trying out a Dragoon, and, like, I don't know. You can do the whole jump thing and delay your attack, and that's, like, more damage overall, and you can also, like, dodge stuff with it, but also, like, it doesn't really seem to work to me without the whole ATB thing going on. Where you can, like, time it to dodge something. On the other hand, I could see an all-Dragoon party being kind of fun. Just every other round, you don't get to hurt us. Haha. I am still really amused by that, like, ridiculous wind-up they gave the Dark Knight's attacks. I get a new weapon too. That's kind of have to be done, because, like, as my only real physical attack that should do more than 3 damage at this point in the game. How good is the length? No, that was like one fight. Okay, oh yeah, this is grindy, but, like, this isn't super grindy. Like, this is manageable. Ooh. Do I want to bust some stuff out here? Yeah, I don't think they're going to have that much HP. I am starting to realize, like, this particular party build I have, though, like, very boss fight oriented. I am missing the Black Mage being able to just, like, clear out a big pool of stuff. Does that also do damage when I use that? No, that is just the math stuff going on. Okay. Although, okay, they are missing, so that's the thing. Actually, you know what? Why don't you get that out? This one might, in fact, be a bit. So I haven't even dropped Shark 1 here. I'm hoping the next summon has like an area attack though, because like that is my one big huge deficit here is like I mean aside from that really good confusion spell, I don't really have a mop up. Dancer's a really, really good all-around solid class. And I like the play the percentages or don't mechanic. Dark Knight might get good later. It was like a little easy to remember where in that cycle you were, but this is a very like novel experience. So what else was there? Okay, so Dragoon, I don't know, it seems a little boring, honestly, but might be interesting. Beastmaster's probably really cool. Blue Mage is probably actually neat. I didn't want to, like, deal with the mental load of it tonight. But now that I stop and think about it, like... The problem with Blue Mage is always, there's that one spell that you only can get from that one boss. And you might miss it, which I guess could still happen here. Was that like worth the? No, it was not. Okay, maybe run from sharks. Got it. But yeah, like, there's not a lot of like missables in FF1, unless they like have blue spells you can only get if you also have a summoner. You're fighting those bosses or something. Okay, one shark should be a lot more manageable. Especially because, like, you know what? Screw you. I think you can, like, bank it and get kind of over % on that, too. Oh, now you're actually hitting things. I kind of guess there's probably less RNG in the level ups, too, in this than the actual game. I touched on it a little bit too, but like, I was joking about how I was going to be playing the FF1 randomizer here. If you haven't seen the FF1 randomizer in a while, it's worth checking that out again. They have like really been keeping it up to date. I'm trying to think some of the more interesting stuff that's in there. Last I checked. There's the whole, like, exit randomizer thing, where, like, I walk into this town, I'm suddenly on like the second floor of the marsh cave, and then I like go to leave that, and I'm like in the volcano or whatever, and I gotta like map out what connects where. I think with the option to have them all be two-way or not be two-way, if you really want to get like horribly lost. I think there's like a full-on roguelike mode of just like, here's all the dungeons just like stacked on top of each other, just like, you know, go down as far as you can. I know there's some option where there's permanent death for your characters. However, they you can recruit new ones at an inn of just like random classes and names, which like seems maybe kind of miserable, but also kind of neat. There's just a bunch of flags. It's like the most robust customization menu randomizer I've seen. Like, there's like 2 full pages of options when you're setting it up now. So that's, you know, cool. And of course, it also has a like tweak to experience and cash drops as an option. So even if you just want to like play vanilla, then it's yeah, basically. Oops, wrong button. You just want to play the vanilla game. It's kind of like worth considering using the randomizer for it. There's a just like enhanced, bugs fixed, like numbers tweaked mode. And of course, there's the other big Final Fantasy randomizer. Okay, this is more than one, but the one of note is one for FF4 called Free Enterprise, which I think I streamed that once. It makes some interesting changes to things. Ooh, my base percentage went up by 5. Cool. I'm still gonna like wait on it, but like, what's that little change? I should heal instantly in the next fight, I think. Yeah, Free Enterprise is the one where it's like, you start out with an airship, so you can go basically anywhere. It does all the randomizer things. Okay, here... Yeah, this is gonna be our, like, healing stop, so... You get that up. You, I guess, can just attack this round. You... Get regen going. And let's confuse everybody. But, yeah, Free Enterprise has stuff like a mode where only bosses exist, but also they have, like, an experience bonus to them enough that, like, the game still balances just fighting the bosses. That makes it a nice, breezy experience. There's some interesting little jokes and, like, alternate art for the final boss in there. It's a good time. If you know FF4 well enough to just, like, not get lost anyway, it's a good time. And also, speaking of the whole news lock thing, I found out just yesterday there is this new thing out called, I think, Poke Rogue. It is just like, I think an HTML5 implementation Pokemon roguelike, where roguelite, where you start off with access to every starter from every game. You have 10 points to put together a starting party. The starters are all 3. Other things could be like anywhere between 1 and I think 10, based on how good they are inherently. And then it's just like, here is a series of, I think, 200 fights with some gym trainers mixed in and some, like, leaders, and your rival. It's just back-to-back-to-back combat. After every fight, you get a chance to buy an item if you have the cash, which you probably don't, or... Well, and also, like, get one of 3 things for free. So it's just like, here's my 1 potion after that fight. Here's my 1, revive. Here is my 1 chance to get, like, the experience share. It kind of has, like, local range, like, level capping going on. And then, like... After you have caught something, it goes into the, or at least the early initial form, it goes into a list of, like, things you can pick as your starting team. And, yeah, we're just gonna get through this. It also, like, automatically gives you, when you're starting over, the best IVs, whatever you call them, for what out of what you caught of that species. Which is kind of nice, because I've, like, never got into Pokemon hard enough to, like, learn how that worked. So it's good to have it just, like, track it for you. But yeah, I was messing with that, last night for a bit. I kind of feel like the main mode of it could stand to be less than 200 back-to-back fights, but at least it, like, auto-saves after them all, so you can take a break if you need to, and you're going to need to, because it's, like, that's a commitment. Okay, let's do the same thing again here. Get ready to heal. Start fighting. I guess I don't need to read it this time. But confuse them. It is making them like niceties, like the whole macro system from like Phantasy Star 4. Any other weird alternate Final Fantasy I can mention? Oh, I don't know if I've mentioned this one before, but the same person who does the whole 4-job Fiesta thing for FF5 every year, a couple years ago now, I think, decided to do a little experimental one to do the same thing for FF7. And I didn't officially participate in that because, you know, Gilgabat lives on Twitter last I checked, which might not be true anymore. But I looked at, like, the list of participants and worked out, like, the patterns of how it's randomized, and basically what it does is Aerith is a freebie. She gets the freelancer class and just can, like, do whatever like a normal character for the time that you have her. But for everyone else, we're taking the entire pool of materia and dividing them up into classes. So, like, one of them is Knight. You get cover, you get all the, like, physical stat ups, you get counterattack. But that's, like, all you get. And one of them is, like, you know, White Mage. You get, like, everything healing. One of them is, like, Archer. You get to, like, long range attack and, like, poison and, like, confusion and, like, a couple things like that. And you just, like, play with these self-inflicted restrictions, which, a little neat. It's surprisingly limited in places. Like, I had the whole Archer thing on Cloud, and it's like, I am 20, 30 hours in, I have, like, 2 materia equipped on him. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot I was running ads on here. But yeah, I was saying the FF7 Forged Out Fiesta thing, if you search for it, you might be able to find it. It's interesting, because, like, it's not like a hacker thing, it's just kind of like self-imposed restrictions, but yeah, forcing you to have characters with classes in that is a very different experience. And oof, okay, what am I gonna do this one? You fight. You. Maybe we start with that. Could probably stand to regen through this one. And I'm out of Kate Sith, okay. But yeah, so I was doing that whenever it first came out, maybe 2 years ago. I assume the page for it's still up and running. And at least with like the early game, it doesn't change much, but like it is interesting to have like actual character identity be a thing in that game, as opposed to here are my 3 materia sets. Let me like change their faces now and then. Definitely missing the Black Mage right now. You don't actually need to use those. Yeah, hopefully down in Elf Town there's like some kind of multi-hit spell for someone. I just double check that like darkness thing, because I'm not sure if that was like the status or like a dark wave sort of thing. I was talking about the summoner here that like you don't have the usual FF1 experience of pick 3 of the 4 spells. You just get everything, but there's less of them. But they seem to be more like hand-picked for like this will be very useful at this point in the game. I was really not sure how good that confusion was going to be, too. I probably have enough cash to buy something now. I should also, like, head down to Elf Town soon, just because, like, hey, maybe there's going to be, new summon there. Okay, right now I have the Iron Sword. I can run. Right. Why is that the same button? Okay, yes, that is. So is this, I think, only list stuff that people can use when you go into the weapon shop? That's big if true. Okay. And I'll be selling this one that I came in with. Double checking that these are kind of lame. Okay, no, that is... Yeah, status items like that is like mischance then, which already kind of got covered, and that is big honking hit on one thing if I take a bunch of hits myself, which, like, I don't know about that. Like, because the problem there is, I should definitely get that. I didn't already get it right. Which ones did I get? Because I know I had 2. Yeah. Because poison is very real at points in this game. Lost my train of thought. Alright, there might be a new summon in Elftown, right. I might have to grind when I get there for the even more expensive spells that they're gonna have. I should probably come back here at some point and grab those little, like, stupid gloves, but eh. I'll just sail the high seas for adventure or whatever. You also say too, like, the actual, like, overworld tile set of FF1 with the, like, rounded off corners on things, like, really doesn't get enough credit. Like, compared to, like, the early Dragon Warrior games sometimes, it's a whole thing. I mean, what else would I use it for besides big packs, right? I know there are some other weapon options for my casters, though, at some point. Especially Dancer. Oh, there's something else I should mention. So like the last, couple weeks I've been streaming a bit of Metal Gear Solid 5. I am still clicking away at that in the background, and I notice, oh hey, there's an option on the title screen here to import save data from the other one. I wonder what that gives you. So I looked it up a bit, and in Ground Zeroes there, if you, like, play through all the little, like, bonusy things, you have to head the castle first, I think. If you play through all the bonusy things, then there is, a couple of, like, little gimmicky unlocks. There's, like, a skin of just, one of those whirlies. Oh, there's a dancer, too, for that matter. I wasn't really hard up for healing, but, like, I'll take more. Well, especially if that's actually, like, single target healing. That's a big deal. Oh. Oh! Okay, yeah, so heal with a free, like, Asuna built in. That's not bad at all. Dancer very good. So we'll come back and get that after I check out town a little bit, I think, and, save in here. Not to go across the whole ocean again. I forgot this is part of the game where they just kind of like hit you with like a bunch of little fetch quests at once. And now for the proud RPG tradition that they gotta bring back somehow, of like sneaking around on that one tile off the edge of the map to talk to the people on the outskirts of town. Like, that was a thing that like every RPG did for a while. I never got sick of it. I don't care if it makes no sense, like, logically. Well, this is a town that has like the double weapon shops too, isn't it? Okay. Okay, I am so glad I came in here. I'm going to get the knife first, because you only attack. That is not a huge improvement, but I will take it. It's something. Sell the knife that nobody else knows how to use. Yeah, there's the double spell shops in here. What do you got for me? Paralysis and... Okay, an actual multi-target damage spell for someone. Thank you. It's poison, but still. What do they do with the graves here? Oh, okay. Yeah? Hi. Hi. Okay. Okay. That is a very like paper D&D damage formula, but okay. Ooh, regen 2. So this is kind of the part of the game where it's just like grind forever and buy all the elf crap. Or, you know, if you're more reasonable, pick away at your, like, 3 little sub-goals you have while stuck at this part of the game and keep coming back here to buy stuff from the elves. Most people do the first one for some reason. Okay, pretty standard stuff. I just upgraded. So, yeah. And finally, the shop has... Well, that's at least, like, a single use. Like, it's not activate, drain, stance, and then hit them with it. Oh, okay. How are these not the same thing? Oh. Wait. Why would I ever want this? I can steal 20% of the HP of something I'm fighting, or 10% from a boss, which is... You're gonna use it on a boss. Or 20% of a friend's HP. I guess combined with that pain spell, if you had like a bunch of Dark Knights, you could kind of do a thing. But that just seems really bad. Okay, we have... Okay, we got some stuff. Get a fancy scarf for my dancer. So I picked the party that does like no shopping until you get to Elf Town, and then all the shopping apparently. Oh. Oh. I'm gonna get in one fight and then go save it so I can, Of course. You got a new one, right? Yeah. Right. Let's try this new Healing Waltz, and also let's try, you know, I'm about to go hit the end anyway, so... Yeah, nice solid heal. Okay. And there's my brain to like conserve MP mode, despite the fact that like I just said this is like the one fight I'm going to do. Okay. So let's see, 200 gold to fight. I need like 4,000 for things. Like, Yeah, I can't afford one of these. So just equip it right there. That'd be just nice. Okay. Oh, that is a significant upgrade. The large knife is kind of meh in comparison. I can probably do a little damage with my healer. Okay. Let's look at this mystery hole in the wall. Yeah, if you're joining in late, you might not have seen one of these before. But this is how Summoner works in this. Okay, so I'm fighting Mad Ponies. I already have Kieran. Am I gonna get Odin here? That feels like something you'd like wait until later in the game for. Oh. Almost forgot. Yeah, let's try this. – Oh, right, I was talking about Metal Gear, yeah. So, in Ground Zeroes, there's a thing where you get, like, the original PlayStation Snake skin and, like, Cyborg Ninja and Revengeance Raiden as, like, unlockable things. And then also, there's a bunch of, like, special soldiers you can rescue from, like, prison camps. One of which is just, like, Hideo Kojima, just, like, self-inserted into it. And then, if you have proper MGS5, you can, like, import your save data into it and carry those over. So you can, like, you know, use your goofy skins and have your support base full of, like, these cool NPCs with good stats. And they were really proud of themselves for, oh, who's gonna be next? They were really proud of themselves for making it so that, you know, it doesn't have to be, like, the same hardware. Like, you can play the first one on one system and then play the second on a second system, and we'll let you still create that save over because we're gonna pass it through a proprietary server somewhere, which we're definitely gonna leave running years from now when I finally get around to playing this game. And I definitely didn't, like, spend a whole day basically 100% in Ground Zeroes to get a bunch of stuff to transfer over that I can't actually transfer over. Okay. Okay, this that resists poison. Okay, I got one. I'll save it, it's fine. I could have sworn they had some kind of, like, innate poison cure thing, or was it just immunity? Do I use it now, or do I use it, like, the last minute? It's fine. Pass out a regen right now. This might take a little bit. So those stat effects fight. Let's oh, wait. This cures status effects. Aha! Yeah, when I play this again and I have a different party, I'm really gonna miss that dancer. That's good stuff. Okay. Let's use an actual healing item here. Okay, who's it gonna be? Oh. Oof. Unicorn, I don't think you understand how your friends work. Maybe later. Okay. I could use healing, so sure. Do you suppose they're immune to that? I'm going to guess they probably are. Let's just try to, like, rush it. I'm gonna try taking that stun off with my, dance. Oh well. Going off some mass burst and all. See, I guess I just let the boss take out the boss's minions, which is a weird way for this to work. But sure. Oh. Okay, some of these, like, drop that percentage more than others. It's gonna be a fight round then. Let's get that regen up. It really feels like a lot more strategic than the actual, like, normal game does. Granted, I picked a really weird party, but still. Yeah, so the bad news is I can't actually transfer stuff into, like, proper MGS5. The good news is I did, like, go back and really get my, not really money's worth. It was in a bundle of Ground Zeroes, which does have, like, more going on than it might have looked when I was streaming it. There's just the one map. There's, like, basically, I think 7 bonus missions on it after the main one. Okay, let's get our big boy attacker back up here. Any of this else? Not super vital to have. And keep doing that Goblin Punch. What a weird boss fight. I was gonna say, so do you suppose this is coded so that, like, once all the undead are gone, like, I'm just gonna, like, insta-kill you? But fortunately that worked out, and we don't get to find out the answer to that question. Unfortunately. Okay, my dancer can do that without it being my only spell, but sure. I'm hoping that these get more offensive options on the side. Okay. Did they get much money from doing that? No. So now, let's see. You go back to town. You get that other hidden stick. Because it might not be a huge difference, but, like, when it's all you're gonna do most of the time because you've got so few spell slots, you know, I want you to do something approaching a contribution, and then just, like, double the attack power. Okay. Now we sell these ones for nothing. There we go. And give it a quick save. So at this point, there's a ton of super, super expensive gear and spells that would all be very handy, and I should really get. And that's why I'm going to leave town and go to the damn marsh cave with no area fire spell and with no area heal spell. This is gonna suck a little bit. Oh, that's all. Okay, it's party-wide. Party-wide, big heal, and also status clear. That's actually not bad. He's hit hard enough, it's probably worth it. Okay, so confusion also apparently only ends when you get hit by a friend. Yeah, that confused thing. That's like... when it's good, it's really good. Actually, here's a thought. Rather than watch me go through the most soul-draining dungeon in FF1 without access to the stuff that makes it a little tolerable, what if, before it gets too late, let me try out some of these other classes.